In this video, we're going to demonstrate Bandwidth on Demand, a platform developed collaboratively between Digit and Ciena that offers a highly flexible way for organizations to access bandwidth when they need it. We'll start by looking at why the ability to order bandwidth on demand is increasingly important to networking customers around the world, and we'll explain how Digit has partnered with Ciena to orchestrate on-demand bandwidth delivery. We'll then use the Bandwidth on Demand portal to show you how easy it is to place an order for instant or future additional bandwidth. Traditionally, connectivity services have been largely static, with customers signing on for fixed-term contracts with predetermined endpoints and service attributes and fixed amounts of bandwidth. But increasingly, organizations need greater flexibility to adapt to the needs of the market and meet customer expectations. For example, a video streaming service may need to ramp up its bandwidth for a few days to meet a surge in customer demand during an event. Alternatively, an enterprise organization may need extra service bandwidth for several hours to perform a backup of customer data. The new Bandwidth on Demand portal enables additional network capacity to be ordered via Digit's flagship platform Telflow and provisioned through Ciena Blue Planet. This is achieved by using Telflow's suite of applications, including its pricing engine and order management capabilities, and a custom-designed Bandwidth on Demand portal integrated with Ciena's MDSO provisioning and Bandwidth on Demand applications via Telflow's industry-standard suite of REST APIs. This partnership between Digit and Ciena to deliver Bandwidth on Demand combines the strength of Telflow as a highly configurable, data-driven platform using open APIs and Ciena's existing multi-domain service orchestration, MDSO. Telflow's pluggable architecture and flexible user interface design ensures that Bandwidth on Demand can be easily adapted for use with other service providers. Bandwidth on Demand offers two modes of bandwidth delivery: Instant Bandwidth on Demand or Scheduled Bandwidth on Demand. Instant Bandwidth on Demand will attempt to provision the required amount of network capacity immediately, subject to availability, while Scheduled Bandwidth on Demand allows organizations to reserve bandwidth for a future time period. Let's go to the Bandwidth on Demand portal to see how bandwidth can be easily ordered and automatically provisioned. This is the Bandwidth on Demand portal, which displays current bandwidth orders and allows us to place new orders for immediate or scheduled bandwidth on demand. As you can see, the portal is currently branded with the Telflow logo, but it can be easily customized to display the branding of other service providers. In this demonstration, we're going to order a new Bandwidth on Demand circuit between two locations to provide us with additional network capacity over a multi-day period. For the purposes of this demo, we're placing this order on behalf of a fictional customer, Beta Communications. First, we'll select the bandwidth service we want to order. The services in this list are drawn from the Telflow catalogue, and the list only shows offerings this customer is eligible to order. Next, we have an option to add standby paths, enabling our bandwidth service to remain operational even if our main paths become unavailable. We'll then select the two locations that we're going to connect the circuit between and the ports that each location will connect to. We'll repeat this process for the standby paths we added in the previous step. Location-based selections in Bandwidth on Demand are powered by Telflow's Location Manager. Bandwidth on Demand can also be integrated with Google Maps or any other map provider, automatically updating the map shown in this order form based on our site selections. After we click Continue, the next screen presents us with scheduling and configuration options, as well as pricing. We'll start by selecting the dates for which we need our additional network capacity. Here we have the option to start the bandwidth service as soon as possible and the ability to order a perpetual service which will remain active indefinitely. Here we're going to request a start date of today and an end date in 6 days' time. As you can see, we're now selecting some options for our bandwidth order, including service rate and number of paths. These options are associated with different levels of pricing, and our price summary panel on the right of the page is updating accordingly, calculating the total price based on per hour pricing for each attribute. The order form on this page is completely specification driven, which makes it highly customizable. The fields that display in this order form can be quickly and easily configured to reflect the attributes of the network capacity that we're ordering and the different options available to customers. Now that we've finished configuring our order, we'll check feasibility. In this step, Telflow will send our order details to Blue Planet, and Blue Planet will check whether there are viable paths that match the attributes we've requested in our order. In this case, our order has been determined to be feasible, so we're able to move on to the next step. In this final step, we're presented with a couple of different pricing options from Blue Planet. For example, Blue Planet might offer a more direct route with higher latency for a correspondingly higher price. Let's select a pricing option and submit our order. In the order submission confirmation message on the screen, you can see that the system has generated a unique ID for our bandwidth service. We'll use this ID later to find our bandwidth service in the Bandwidth On Demand provider portal. As a customer, we can also click through here to view the details of our service. This page will update as our service is provisioned and activated. Before we go to the provider portal to see a more detailed view of our service provisioning, we'll take a quick look at the Bandwidth On Demand calendar feature. The calendar displays a simple, scheduled view of all the current and upcoming network orders in the system. This feature enables a provider or customer to understand network demand during any given time period, allowing services to be scheduled accordingly. In a future release, users will also be able to monitor the performance of their bandwidth services via a dashboard. On the screen now, you can see a mock-up of how this will look. The dashboard includes graphs on performance and utilization, information on remaining uptime for the service, plus status updates and service health alerts. Now let's find our scheduled service in the Bandwidth On Demand provider portal so we can see how its provisioning is automatically orchestrated in conjunction with Ciena Blue Planet. Clicking through on our unique service ID, we can view the inventory page for our service. You can see that this page displays the port information for our Bandwidth On Demand circuit, as well as the site information for the sites we selected earlier and a link to our order in the Ciena Blue Planet MDSO system. We can also view a graph of our Bandwidth On Demand circuit showing how it fits into the overall network context. The Bandwidth On Demand platform provides a high level of visibility over the fulfillment process for any order, and we can also see the details of the system messages exchanged between Telflow and Ciena Blue Planet for our service reservation and service activation. Providing this level of visibility makes troubleshooting easy and dramatically minimises order fallout. You've now seen how Digit and Ciena's joint Bandwidth On Demand platform can be used to order additional network capacity over set time periods, offering a highly flexible way for organisations to order bandwidth on demand. Thanks for watching.